The mystery of the man from Taured. The flight originated in Europe and was headed to Tokyo on a standard international route. Other passengers on board recalled nothing unusual about the journey, though they would later find out that possibly not everyone on that flight was from a real country. He carried a passport, spoke multiple languages, and had the demeanor of a well-traveled businessman. But within moments, it became clear that this man was anything but ordinary. He claimed to come from a country that didn't exist, a place called Taured. Let's start with the setting. It's a normal day at Haneda Airport. Passengers are lining up for customs, and officials are processing travelers from all over the world. Among them is a well-dressed Caucasian man, described as fluent in several languages, including Japanese. When he hands over his passport, the customs officer is immediately puzzled. The passport appears genuine. High-quality paper, detailed markings, and stamps from several countries the man had visited, including Japan. But there's one problem. The passport lists the man's country of origin as Taured. It is important to note that in the 1950s, international customs processes were meticulous but less technology-driven than today. Passengers' documents were scrutinized by hand, making for a slower but more personal process. This thoroughness likely contributed to the discovery of the anomaly in the man's passport. Various officials examined his passport and found no signs of forgery. The stamps from previous countries matched authentic immigration records, lending an air of credibility to his otherwise impossible story. Stamped visas strongly suggest he had passed through legitimate channels. The customs officer checks their records. No such country exists. Thinking it might be a small, unfamiliar nation, they bring out a world map and ask the man to point to his homeland. Confidently, he places his finger on the tiny region between France and Spain. But here's where things get even stranger. The area he points to is the Principality of Andorra, a real place, but he insists that's where Taured has existed for over 1,000 years. He becomes visibly frustrated, unable to comprehend why the customs officials don't recognize his country. Officials begin asking more questions. The man provides details about Taured, describing its history, government, and location. To him, it's as real as any other nation. But to everyone else, Taured doesn't exist, not on any map, not in any record. As confusion grows, authorities contacted historians and cartographers to verify the man's claims, but no historical maps or documents referenced a nation called Taured. This complete absence of information only added to the officials' confusion and suspicion. The mystery deepens when they examine the man's other documents. He has a driver's license issued in Taured, currency with symbols and markings they don't recognize, and business documents indicating he's in Japan for a meeting. When officials contact the company listed in his paperwork, they're told no such meeting was scheduled, and they have no knowledge of this man. Unwilling to let him roam freely, authorities detain him. They place him in a hotel room under constant surveillance while they investigate further. His hotel room is locked, and guards are stationed outside the door. The next morning, the mystery takes a bizarre turn. When officials arrive to question the man further, he's gone. The guards swear no one entered or left the room. Yet somehow, the man and all his belongings have vanished. Even his passport and documents, which were secured by customs, disappear without a trace. Authorities launched an extensive search to find the man, checking airports, hotels, and public spaces across Tokyo. Despite their efforts, no trace of him or his mysterious belongings was ever found. It was as if he had vanished into thin air. So, who or what was the man from Taured? Over the years, several theories have emerged to explain this baffling event. One theory suggests the man was a time traveler, someone from a distant future where Taured does exist as a nation. Perhaps he accidentally crossed the boundaries of time and space, landing in a past where his homeland hadn't been established yet. Another popular theory is that the man slipped into our dimension from a parallel universe, a world almost identical to ours but with small differences, like the existence of Taured. Proponents of this idea point to the many worlds interpretation of quantum mechanics, which posits that multiple parallel realities could exist alongside ours. Skeptics, however, argue that the story might be nothing more than an urban legend. They point out that there's no definitive proof the man from Taured existed, and the lack of official records makes it hard to verify the details. Some suggest it could have been a misinterpreted incident where a traveler with forged documents created an exaggerated tale. Though proof is few, it is a story first surfaced in the mid-20th century. Its prolonged existence leads many to believe its credibility is explainably slim, as many years passing would cause the story to become less and less detail accurate. Thus the mystery persists. Whether a real event or a fabricated story, the tale of the man from Taured raises fascinating questions. What if parallel universes are real? What if there are worlds slightly different from ours, separated by thin, invisible boundaries? And what happens when someone accidentally crosses those boundaries? The case of the man from Taured may never have a definitive answer, but it remains a captivating reminder of how much we don't know about the nature of reality. Could he have been a traveler from another time or dimension? Or is his story simply a product of human imagination? What do you think? Was the man from Taured a time traveler, a visitor from a parallel universe, or just an elaborate hoax? Share your theories in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more mysteries from Legends Unveiled. Thank you for exploring the mystery of the man from Taured with us. On this channel, we uncover myths, legends, and the paranormal, diving deep into the mysteries that captivate our imaginations. We'd love to hear from you. What related topics or stories should we explore next? Drop your recommendations in the comments and let us know what you think about today's tale. Thanks for watching. See you for the next mystery.